We can go ahead. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Welcome. And thank you all for registering for 860 Gives. We are so excited to have you all participating with us and so excited about the opportunity that we'll all have in just a couple of weeks to come together and raise funds for all the vital and amazing services that you all provide to people in our region. For anyone I have not met at a prior session, my name is Maura Cook. I'm the Senior Vice President of Marketing and Development here at United Way. And our team is leading this project in partnership with our colleagues at Cronin. And they are going to do the bulk of the presentation today. Today is really about getting you ready for the giving days. So the registration has happened. They're going to walk you through the kind of most important to-dos and some helpful hints to make the day as successful as possible for you. This is one of two training sessions that we're having. We will have another one coming up a little closer to the date, again, just to they will have slightly different topics, but to make sure that you're as prepared as possible. So if there's something that we don't cover today that you wanted to know about, feel free to let us know in the chat. We'll make sure to follow up with you and include that in our next session. So with that, I will turn it over to Eliza and Tara with Cronin.
All right, thanks, Mara. And thanks again, everyone, for joining us. And just to let you know, as in with the previous information sessions, we will send out a link to the recording as well as a link to the presentation that we're going to walk you through today, just to help answer your questions. And there is a lot of detail on some of these slides, so we're not going to go in bullet by bullet. We're going to kind of approach it from a high level, and that way you can read it when we send it out. But also, we know that all of you are in kind of different stages of your preparation for 860 Gives. Some of you may have been verified with your banking information, and some of you may have started setting up your fundraising pages. So this is, again, just a high level of those key to-dos to get you ready. So we will share the presentation, and Eliza is going to walk you through here.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Eliza Taylor, also part of the Cronin team. You may recognize my name from the 860 Gives email address. Hopefully we can address all of your questions today. Oh, and can we just put this in the present view?
I'm trying, Eliza. My computer is not cooperating right now, of course. So if you want to,
on the upper right hand side.
yeah, it's not showing me right now. Hold on a second. My view is not. Do you see it? Because I don't see it.
Uh,
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
Okay. Wasn't popping up for me there. Okay. Jump right in.
Okay, so to first go over our agenda, the first thing we'll be covering is our banking verification. And currently, it looks like the slide is still loading for me. Is the banking verification slide up?
It is, yeah.
It's not for me. I'm not sure
Okay.
why. So sorry.
You don't see it? Because no.
I do not see it.
No, it's
Ah,
still on. The countdown is on.
Sarah, is it helpful for me to try sharing my screen?
yeah, sure, Kate. I don't want to
Okay.
delay anybody. It's up on my screen, so I don't know why it's not showing for everybody else.
If you don't mind unsharing, and then I will reshare.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, jumping right in. So here's the agenda of all the things we'll be covering today, and we'll start off with banking verification, go into profile setup, and cover the rest from there. Going into the banking verification, if we can go to the next slide. So if you do anything, let this be the main thing that you do, because if you do nothing other than the banking verification step, you will be able to collect donations on your giving day. So basically, to ensure that you're verified, you're going to want to navigate to your 860Gives dashboard, click the Manage Organization button, and go to Bank Account and Verification. Now, we've highlighted all the steps that will need to be completed in order to become verified. That is entering your EIN, creating a Stripe account to enable payments, and attesting to state compliance. Now, if they ask for a group charitable ID and you're unaware of what this is, or you may not have one, you can use your EIN to enter here instead. You'll also want to make sure your bank account is added to enable payouts. And the verification process of all this information you've added will take up to 7 business days. So it's really important that you get a head start on this and complete it as soon as possible to make sure that you're all set up for the giving window. And we can go to the next slide. So a frequently asked question is, what is Stripe and why do we need to create an account? Stripe is Bonterra GiveGab's payment processor that handles all verification and secure processing of donations. They will verify your EIN. They will verify all of the admin's information, or the representative of your organization who is entering all this info. So the reason why Bonterra GiveGab uses Stripe is because Bonterra is required to comply with federal regulations for processing donations online. And Stripe is a PCI level 1 compliant payment processor. This is the highest level of compliance a payment processor can have. And entering your personal information will be safe through Stripe. It is fully encrypted and at rest. And we can go to the next section, which is your fundraising page. Now, there are a lot of features and bells and whistles you can enable here. Not all of these are required, but of course, we recommend setting up these features as they can truly boost your page and enhance your campaign success. So first, you're going to want to log into your Bonterra account and navigate to Giving Days. And if you have been a part of multiple Giving Days, you might have a few popping up there, but you're going to want to select the 860Gives Giving Day. And then first, you will add your organization's info. This is the most high-level step of setting up your profile. So you can add your organization's website URL, a logo, and primary causes. Then you can add your story. There's multiple things you can do here. You can display a dollar goal on your profile. And just a heads up, this dollar goal won't appear on your profile until all stats are enabled during the giving window, March 31st to April 2nd. And you can tell your story, add your mission. You can add a video URL. And just to touch on one question that was asked previously, you cannot add multiple videos to your profile. You can only include one video. So if there's multiple things you want to cover, we recommend creating a longer form video to include on your profile page. You can also include search keywords to enhance your discoverability when people go to search for your organization or certain causes that they want to support. And then, of course, once you're done with this step, click Save. Donation levels. This is another cool feature. It's a call to action that suggests a donation amount to your donors as soon as they land on your page. Donation levels significantly influence the amount donors give, as it's a tangible result of where their funds are going to. They feel like they're making more of an impact. And we have the dashboard view, which is what it will look like for you when you go to enter, and then the donor view for once it's actually up on your profile. So going into the thank you message, this is recommended. You can add your custom thank you copy for whenever donors make their donation. This email will be automatically sent to them It's just a nice way to conduct the stewardship. You can add an image, could be your logo. You can, I believe, you could also add a thank you video. And the thank you message automatically includes the donor's tax deductible receipt, so there's nothing you'll have to do there. Adding peer-to-peer fundraisers. This is the last step of setting up your profile. And again, it's not required, but obviously it's a great way to try to collect more funds. So once you navigate here, you can invite a potential fundraiser. You can include their first name, last name, and email, as well as an invitation message. And once you click the send button, the message invite will be sent to them automatically via email. Now, if you want to send this out to a mass amount of people, before you move on to the next compose your message button, you can select the new fundraiser button and add as many potential peer-to-peer fundraisers before moving on to creating that mass message that will be sent out to everyone that you've invited. So that was all for setting up your profile page. We will now get into individual matches for your organizations. So to add an individual match, you will go to your 860Gives dashboard and scroll to the bottom of the page and click Manage Matches and Challenges from the Donation Tools section. Then you'll click Add Match, which is shown in step 2. For step 3, you'll be prompted to add a name for the match as it will appear to donors, a description with important details and the total amount of funds available for the specific match. And then you can select the matching ratio that the sponsor will be providing, whether it's a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1. Your options are there. Step 5, if you want to display the name of your match sponsor, you can include that. So it will actually show up on your profile page. And step 6, you can add your match criteria. Now, you're just going to want to make sure that the time range of this match is set between the 860Gives giving window. So that will be March 31st at 6 a.m. to April 2nd at 6 a.m. And once you're done, you can enable auto matching. So this will be done automatically and click Save. Now we have our keys to success. So we have social properties on Instagram, X, and Facebook at 860Gives. So obviously there's strength in numbers, so we can unite for 860Gives. So in order to invite 860Gives to collaborate on your promotional Instagram posts, click tag people on Instagram once you've created the post. Click invite collaborators and type 860Gives into the search, and then you can select our account and we will accept your invites to double the rate. To use the following hashtags on all properties. And then on to the next slide. We have best practices. Set a fundraising goal. So organizations with visible dollar goals raise an average of 14% more during giving events. And like I said before, your dollar goal won't be visible until the giving phase begins. Adding a video to your 860Gives profile. Just make sure that you're copying the direct URL link. It must be from a YouTube video or a Vimeo video. And copy that direct URL link from within the embed coding, but just be sure not to include the embedded code. Creating individual matches and challenges. These powerful tools can motivate donors and amplify your impact. And communication is key in all phases. So please use the below resources to address your needs. This little highlighted box has been included in most of our email outreach to nonprofits. So we just want to highlight that if you do need extra support, You can use the chat bubble on www.860gives.org to contact the Bonterra support team that can help address more technical questions. And of course, you can always email us at 860gives@cronin-co.com. Now on to key dates and details. So the giving dates are 6 a.m. on March 31st to 6 a.m. on April 2nd. Stay tuned, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and be sure to tag us in all of your posts. We'd love to see what you've got going on for promotion. And our giving window press release is scheduled for March 23rd. The next information session, which will be more focused on promoting your page to your donors and supporters, will be Tuesday, March 24th at 3 p.m. 860 Gives will be live on WFSB for March 24th. And of course, we have the tech support plug there and any questions. Thank you. Oh, I just saw a question pop up in there about how do we know if our bank account information has been verified. So you will know if you've been verified if you go to your admin dashboard and click Manage Organization, select Bank Account and Verification. On that page, you'll see your donation status. It'll say verified, pending, or incomplete, and it will call out specifically what still needs to be completed in order to become verified. Yes, Angelica, we have sent out a link to register. However, if you haven't received it, you can also register for this info session on our www.860gives.org website under the trainings page. There's a register button there, and you can register for that specific info session.
And we solicit donor email. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, for the thank you section within setting up your profile, the point there is to create your custom message that will be sent out automatically. However, if you want to personalize that per donor, of course, you can send your emails separately, but this feature is done on Bonterra just to kind of streamline the process.
So did that answer the question, or are you asking if you can, okay, if you can get their, you can absolutely get their emails and use those as you see fit once they've given to you, they're your donor. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, Eliza, and thank you all again for joining. There are a couple more questions coming through. I do just want to underscore that the most important thing is that bank account verification because it does take the 7 days, and we're sitting here at March 12th, unbelievably. So, just making sure that's the big takeaway from today. It looks like, can community members peer-to-peer fundraisers from multiple organizations at the same time? Yes. I believe that they can. I do know in Rhode Island there are some who team up together and kind of cross promote. So we can confirm that. But I don't see any issue with that. When I've tried to use the speech, when I've tried to use the bubble for support, it just provides digital resources.
So within that chat bubble, you can also request to get in contact directly with the Bonterra support team. And I know this is on a priority basis, but you should be able to get in touch with them directly.
And just you can always email the 860 Gives email if you're having trouble getting in touch with them. Please email us and we will help you with that. Will there be challenges available to participants? So yes, so you can create your own challenges and matches, and United Way will be sponsoring some prize opportunities and challenge opportunities throughout the giving day, and we will share more on those at our next info session with you. Do you want to take that next one, Eliza, about images and the body of the thank you message?
Um, if you're talking about a signature image, I'm not quite sure. I'll need to double check and get back to you on that. I know that we can insert or upload images that will be on top of the email before you get into the copy. So I will double check that for you and get back.
Thank you. Payment types accepted on the portal. So we have credit card, PayPal, and Apple Pay. On your page, it should be very clear if you're accepting checks, where the checks go to. Those are your responsibility to get those, and then you can enter them offline. Same with donor. So donor advised funds are also available. Donors have to make a minimum gift of $100 to use their donor advised fund. And once they do that, it will prompt them for the information to get in touch with your organization. So again, that's not going to flow through the site. It will be accounted for, and there's a page that they can fill out. But they will have to connect with you to make the actual payment. Where will we be able to, okay, Tara got that one. So we'll send a follow-up email with the recording. Let's see. For ACH setup, is there a secure portal to send along our banking information? That's a good question. That's going to be a Bonterra question, right, Eliza? So
Yeah, we can follow up.
we might need to start there. I mean, there should be, so we'll circle back to you on that. Kelly, would you mind just dropping your email in the chat? Thank you. And then do we have data on how much the average donor amount is through this event? We did have something for Rhode Island, didn't we, Tara? Or
Yeah, we do have, we can dig those up
Yeah.
and share some of those facts. And obviously, Rhode Island's a program that's been running for a little bit of time. So they have more history under their belt. But it's, it's interesting to see those numbers. So we can dig those up and share those up.
Perfect. Great questions. Yes, so that is something, the prize detail is something we're going to provide you at our next info session. We're just finalizing all the incentives that we've gathered. I can tell you there will be some cash prizes available via match. There will be caps on those prizes, and there will be some kind of in-kind support services specifically geared towards nonprofits that are also available to you.
That's a good question too, Angelica. We can ask Bonterra that. That's not information we have at the ready, but I'm sure they have some historical data on that.
We can also get back to you on the goal setting question, Kelly. Great. Any other questions before we wrap up? All right. Thank you all. We're really excited. We'll see you again, hopefully in a couple of weeks, and stay tuned for more info from our team.